a lot of things are going to happen in this video. But what you need to think in terms of is, not unlike the flat earth duds saying planet, and then also hearing the same thing echoed in the heliocentric, globe theory model, they're reaffirming the same goddamn narrative. So here you have Primal Dad Truther, who I've had it out with a couple different times. And then you got this fucking Cultivate whatever the fuck, the guy that talks about copper primarily speaking, and also tells you that you live on a fucking planet. What a coincidence. This is what they're shopping around.
So when we're going to the grocery store, we want to be...
Oh, real fast, and sorry about the narcissistic reaction video. People who are thinking for themselves don't follow social trends like this because it's fucking manipulative programming.
...of what we're consuming, and we want to support the organic, original way. Organic was the original way of doing everything. It was only until about the 1940s and 1950s when pesticides and all of this started becoming popular, because the war machine needed somewhere for those chemicals to go, so they put them all over the food, and that's where everything else came from. So when we're going to the grocery store, we want to opt for the number 9. Just look at the label and see if there's a number 9 on there, and that's what you want to consume. It's going to give you the highest amount of nutrients. There was a study that was published in 1995 that showed that organic food yielded 100 times more nutrients than conventional food. So organic is the best for our body. Next, we want to avoid these other 3, such as GMO. GMO is genetically altered food that's basically been gene altered and has toxins induced inside of it, such as the Bt toxin or epicite sterilization gene. So we want to avoid anything GMO. Radioactive would be number 3. That is electronically pasteurized. It's been zapped and had the nutrients ripped out of it so that it can extend the shelf life. So basically, you're not getting any nutrients and you're just buying something. So when we're going...
So what you probably should do, and I usually use apple as an example. You could pick up a quote-unquote organic apple, that has a number 9 on there, hack it open, and sometimes it has maybe 1 seed at best. Typically, they should have 3 to 5. But sometimes there's only 1 seed in these fucking things. That's not quote-unquote organic. It's not food. It's not full of life, etc., etc. As it reads, I said, incorrect. Food was rebranded as quote-unquote organic. This opened up the door to genetically modified poison. The same applies to cross-dressers. Think for yourself. But instead...
To the grocery store, we want to be aware of what we're consuming, and we want to support the organic, original way. Organic was the...
He's promoting a fucking narrative, whether he realizes it or not. Another way to put that is whether he's getting paid to do this or not. He works for our masters. This is how this shit works. And the only way to appreciate what was said in here, what I just imparted, is to think for yourself, to use the gray matter between your ears. Even a superficial Google search will tell you this much. As it reads, it was only in 1920s that the term was first applied to a fertilizer or manure being organic, when it was produced from natural substances without addition of chemicals, pardon me. What's the other one say? The term quote-unquote organic farming was coined by Walter James Lord Northbourne, a student of biodynamic agriculture. In his book, Look to the Land, written in 1939. So you get some contradicting years, but just the same, this wasn't all that long ago. It's social engineering jargon in place to manipulate and mislead you. Use your fucking brain. It's up to you. Choose your adventure, Internet. If and when, rather after you pull your head out of your ass, assuming you choose to do so, you've challenged yourself, which means you pulled your head out of your ass. You put in the time, you considered and contrasted information, you reasoned things out, so hopefully then you have a fucking foundation to stand on. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, I know that was a poor delivery. Then it's up to you to challenge others who are repeating absolute nonsense. I'm just leaving the fucking, the Google crap on here. Because most people don't know these things, and most people are not going to fucking look this up. They're not going to bat a lash because they've been calling it organic. In other words, all routine is ritual, which means it was normalized. So down the line, people are going to be...
it was only until...
I forgot. So down the line, people are going to be familiar with it, which means they accept it without question. This applies to aliens and everything else you could possibly fucking think of, all of which are agendas. And keep in mind, kids could take these words and they could plug these directly back into the fucking internet and it would bring up the same thing I just brought up. Whether they realize this is a direct quote or not, you can use keywords to look shit up, but most people don't. Where's the hyperlink? You didn't leave me a hashtag. People are fucking lazy and yeah. You might have gathered I'm a little frustrated. Things are bad because people don't know what they're talking about, and they're getting worse because people aren't going to change that anytime soon, and that's what history has taught us. Meanwhile, I'm systematically censored because I'm speaking about things that reflect reality, and I mean well. I'm trying to help you. Check out how many people are following these two assholes. That's because he's shopping around shit that doesn't reflect reality. He's shopping around paradigms, adult fairy tales, rabbit holes, pointless shit.
1950s when pesticides...
Primal, what was it, dad truther? Remember, truth is a daughter of Satan or Saturnel. It's the daughter of Mother Earth. It would come up in the truth community, but the truth community doesn't research. Look at how many people are following this guy. But as always, what the fuck do I know? Let's look at my account, because I just had something flagged and removed. A whopping 17 people. And in most cases, I mean, here's a seminar. 0 views. The one that was flagged was also a seminar. 0 fucking views, and then it was fucking flagged. Thanks for hanging out.